Good evening, everyone. Welcome to last day of the program, that is day 5. As a part of today's session, there is a fourth edition of online 5-day hands-on training program on mixed method analysis with MAXQDA. So as a part of today's session, we're going to discuss about mixed method data analysis with MAXQDA. On the day 1, we discussed about the overview of mixed methods. Second day, how to set up the MAXQDA, what is the interface of MAXQDA. And day 3, we discuss about thematic analysis of qualitative data with the help of MAXQDA. And we also discussed a couple of data visualization tools. However, I'll be coming with one more video, maybe sometime after 5 to 10 days. I'll be coming with the data visualizations. I'll also come up with some very interesting tool, AI Assistant, as a part of MAXQDA. So please check it out in my YouTube channel. It's not today is the last day. I'll keep updating my YouTube channel. So those are interested, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yeah. And yesterday's session, we have discussed about how to conduct the quantitative data analysis using MAXQDA. Coming to that today, how one can perform mixed method data analysis with MAXQDA, a step-by-step guide. Now, let me start with the first part. I'm sure all of you have basic understanding of what is mixed methods. Even on day 1, I have given the overview of what is mixed method, how it is different from quantitative, how it is different from qualitative. And on the day 1, we also discuss about different types of mixed methods, right? Like we discuss about concurrent, sequential, and embedded design. Now, this is the overview of what we discussed on the day 1. Those who missed, or maybe starting with the today's session, I thought of giving small overview. Now, when it comes to the concurrent method, what is the purpose of it? If you are going to choose convergent or concurrent method, simultaneously you'll collect both quantitative and qualitative. And you are going to merge both quantitative and qualitative at the time of interpretation stage, right? So the main purpose is to validate or expand findings through triangulation. So if your purpose is to validate and expand your findings, you'll go with the concurrent or convergent mixed method design. Next one, we have sequential. Within sequential, we have 2 types of mixed methods. If you're starting with quantitative first, we call it as a sequential, explanatory sequential mixed methods. If you're starting with qualitative first, we call it as a exploratory sequential mixed methods. So you can say that quantitative first or qualitative first depends on the purpose of the study. One can choose and one can complete it one after the other, like connecting data by using qualitative results to explain statistical outcome. So basically, you're going to provide depth understanding of the context, and you want to add on to your findings. So you'll be taking the support of another method. Okay. Whereas when it comes to the embedded design, you're going to use as a choice. We have choice. Either you can use simultaneously or sequentially. It is going to be integrated both quantitative and qualitative in a single framework. Now, till this particular step is clear. Like we have 3 types of mixing methods: concurrent, sequential, embedded. And how we are going to collect it, when you collect first, what you collect first, and where you are going to integrate. Now, coming to the main part of today's session, how we are going to integrate, how we are going to come up with your data analysis. What are the different procedures we have? If you're going with the convergent, like a concurrent mixing method, you're going to merge because you have quantitative and qualitative, and they are going to integrate your findings. Researchers merge analysis by placing 2 databases side by side to identify common understanding or divergence, often involves quantizing qualitative themes into scores for a statistical comparison. So today, as a part of today's session, we are going to have hands-on practice, how you are going to conduct convergent design. Similarly, sequential design. When it comes to sequential, either if you're choosing qualitative first or quantitative first, you'll complete it. And based on the first research, you're going to select your second step of data collection. And here focus shifts to connecting databases through sampling specific individuals are selected for interviews based on quantitative profiles. Let me give a small case study. Instead of reading on this particular slide, let's have a small case study. For example, here I just want to understand from a group of people, healthcare providers, the people those are working in terms of healthcare services like midwife. I just want to know how they're able to perform in terms of their activities, how they're able to function. So I have selected sequential explanatory mixed method. My main objective of this study is to evaluate the impact of healthy eating education programs on midwives' knowledge and confidence. So I'm collecting data from the midwives to understand what kind of knowledge they have it, what kind of confidence they have it when it comes to conducting healthy education programs. So that is one thing, quantitative first. So I have collected data by using quantitative. Second one, after collecting data from the midwives, I got some results where it talks about what is happening, how much is happening it. But if you want to solve the problem, right? If I want to solve a problem, if you want to improve the practice, I need to come up with qualitative analysis to explore what are the personal issues. I just want to understand what are the barriers affected them in terms of their day-to-day daily practices. By just following quantitative method, I'm not able to get best suggestions to improve it. If I'm conducting only quantitative, what kind of knowledge I can able to contribute? What I can do mostly, I can able to assess their knowledge. I can able to evaluate their confidence levels by using certain variables like correlation, association, cause and effect relationship. I can also look at the statistically whether these programs are effective or not. But if I'm going to integrate, if I'm going to include the qualitative research work, I can understand if somebody having good knowledge, good confidence, what kind of impact they're able to create. Okay. And I can also come up some kind of training program to improve their knowledge, to improve their confidence, so that that particular program can be more effective in terms of the progress that I can make it out. So if that is a purpose, quantitative studies is helping us to understand how much they're able to perform, how much they're not able to perform. But it's not giving me what are the reasons behind their performance. Like here, if you look at here, midwives express need for more specialized training programs on specific context wise, like vegan diets, cultural performance. Now here I'm going to integrate both, like conform baseline exists, but is insufficient for clinical complexes. So if I go with only one method, it may not be helpful for me. Let's take, for example, if I going to conduct both quantitative and qualitative. If you look at my research report, it will comes like this. Quantitative results showed that 47.7% here, this 47.7% of midwives had received prior nutrition education, but few had pursued ongoing professional development. Whereas when it comes to qualitative interviews, midwives expanded on this, expressing a clear need for more CPD to address specific gaps in their respective knowledge, particularly for patients with vegan diets and unique cultural food preferences. This confirms that while a baseline of knowledge exists, it is not sufficient for the complex cases they face in practice. So if you are looking for some good suggestion, good framework, if you want to improve particular policy, particular intervention, it's always come with try to have both quantitative and qualitative. You're not only understanding how they're able to perform, you're also able to understand why they're able to perform well, why they're not able to perform well. If there is a purpose, one can able to come up with a mixed method research design that you can think of using on it. Next one we have concurrent method. Now here, as a quantitative researcher I conducted, it is again another research study about sustainable tourism. I just want to understand what is the efficiency of the tourism information system and how effective they are promoting sustainable tourism. Okay. I just want to understand what kind of information sources are available to attract the tourist and what is the unique influencing factor they are using on it. So here I have collected data from different stakeholders by using convergent parallel design. So I collected data from around 520 plus respondent in the study. And I looked at certain variables like cause and effect, regression, correlation. Okay. Second one, I also collected data from various stakeholders to understand like local stakeholders like tourist guide, taxi drivers, local residents, tourist department. The main objective to understand to get more clarity from the different stakeholders, right? Now here I'm able to combine both quantitative and qualitative. In this particular case, I'm going to follow joint display framework for analyzing the data, joint display framework. What is joint display framework? We are going to use MAXQDA. You can see that side-by-side display, statistics by themes, cross-case comparison, quantitative findings. Quantitative findings, we are going to with the qualitative data with the quantitative findings. So integrated inferences. So we are going to look at all types of mixed method data analysis right now with the help of the MAXQDA. So instead of spending time on this, we'll go with the MAXQDA software. We'll try to understand how we are going to conduct all the different types of statistical options that are available here. Okay. So let me open the MAXQDA software. I request all of you to please open your MAXQDA. Is there anyone practicing along with me today? Is anyone practicing today? I can see most of you are on phone. Okay, let me start with it. Please open your MAXQDA software. And once we open the MAXQDA software, we are going to create new file, new project. Name of the project is Mixed Methods Data Analysis. Mixed Method Data Analysis. So this is the title of the project that I have created. I'm going to save it in my D drive. Let's click on save. Now, we need to import the data, both quantitative and qualitative. Now, while importing the data, we require both quantitative and qualitative. Now, best part is that MAXQDA is giving a lot of data, sample data set for us. Okay. Now, we have to import the mixed method data. Just go to the home ribbon bar. There is an option called Open Project. In order to import the data project file, go to home ribbon bar. There is an option called Open Project. Just click on the Open Project. Now, the moment you keep on the Open Project, you can able to see a lot of projects that we have done recently, our recent projects. At the bottom of this particular window, you can able to see there is an option called Example Projects. So MAXQDA is giving us certain sample projects, which we can use as a part of our practice. So here we are going to select work-life balance is an example. Work-life balance is an example that we are going to import in our MAXQDA software. The moment I selected example project, that is work-life balance, that project is already imported in our MAXQDA option. Look at here, left side of the window. We have interviews. We have focus group discussions. We have video interview. We have social media pages, websites, literatures. There are a lot of files, a lot of literature is available. Okay. And the researcher has conducted a good number of codes, like themes we have. Under each theme, we have codes. Daily activities is a theme. Under that, we have good number of codes. Similarly, you can also see working condition is a theme. Under that, we have good number of themes we have, codes we have. Work-life separation. So these are all conducted by the MAXQDA developer. So they're giving us this database for practicing this. Okay. So this is all about work-life balance. There are interviews conducted in the Berlin city as well as Hamburg city. Okay. They also conducted focus group discussions. They also conducted survey. They collected data from good number of respondents. Okay, you can see that survey. So in this particular project, we have a combination of both quantitative and qualitative about work-life balance. Work-life balance is the project. And we are going to use this particular project for conducting mixed method data analysis. So with this particular brief understanding of the project, so what kind of mixed methods we can conduct it? If you come to the mixed method ribbon bar, please look at my window. On the top of the window, we have mixed methods ribbon. If I click on this mixed method ribbon bar, I can able to see we have activate documents based on variable values. We have segment matrix, crosstabs, typology table, similarity analysis for documents, side-by-side display, qualitative themes by quantitative groups, qualitative themes by quantitative group summaries, statistics by qualitative groups. So these are some of the mixed method data analysis one can perform. These are some of the mixed method data analysis. I hope I'm audible to all of you, right, so far? It's clear? Shall I go ahead? Yes, okay, yeah. Now, so these are some of the statistical tests. Instead of statistical test, I can say that mixed method data analysis. These are some of the mixed method analysis we are going to conduct it. Let's start with one by one. Yeah. So first one we have activating documents. What exactly it is? Activating documents based on variable values. For example, as a researcher, you have a lot of documents like interviews, focus group discussions, observations, social media files, right? Now, if you want to work on a particular document, you should be able to work with the help of the software. So software is going to make you comfortable to work on the particular applications. So you're going to activate the documents that you want to work on it. In this particular file, if you look at it, we have a lot of data. I don't want to work on every file. I want to activate documents which I want to work. Like, for example, I want to work on only a couple of people based on specific criteria. What is the criteria? Criteria, it can be like a filter. Let's take, for example, let me show you how it is. I'm repeating again. As a researcher, you might be having a lot of data, but working with every data set is not easy. So to make your work comfortable, I just want to use certain filters, certain criteria, so that I'm going to activate out of 10 documents, only 2 documents. Let me show you again. Please open your MAXQDA software. Please open the MAXQDA software. Just click on activate documents. Now here, what is my interest? I have so many documents here. I have so many groups here. A lot of data I have. Now, as I have so many data variables, I have some specific interest in my mind. Like, I just want to say that I want to collect the data from the people. Those are below 30 years of age group. I want to understand the work-life balance experiences of the people. Those are below 30 years, or those are above 50 years. I don't want to see, because there are so many people. Here there are so many people, we have it, and we have a lot of survey. I just want to collect the data from the people. Those who are less than 30 years. As you can see the right side of the figure, equal to 30. Now I can give the value here. Like, for example, I'm selecting 30. Whether you want to select the people, those are equal to 30, less than 30, smaller or equal to 30, larger than 30, larger or equal 30, not equal to 30. So there are so good number of options are available. Like for example, I want to understand the work-life balance of my respondents who are less than 30. Okay, I have selected one. I can also select. I can also select civil status. Like civil status, if I can select on here. Now within civil status, we have the people, those who are married, those who are separated, divorced, single, widowed. We have 4 categories of respondents we have it. I want to see the person who is below less than 30 and who is married. Okay, so I'm selecting the married. Now here is asking whether you want to see the both the combinations, age and civil status, or one of the status. I'm repeating again. As a researcher, I have so much of data, but I want to activate the file. The people belongs to less than 30 years of age group, or maybe you can decide whether you want to see that or and. And means both the criteria should be, both the conditions should be applied. Okay, let's see what kind of results we are going to get it. Look at here at the bottom of the window. Please look at here. The moment I say R, either age or civil status, I'm going to get around 79 documents. But if I say my condition is that I want to fulfill both the conditions, that particular person should be less than 30. At the same time, there must be partnership. They must be married. In that case, I'm going to get total 4 cases. So just click on activate. Now you can see that I got the 4 cases. Somebody saying that no voice. Am I audible to all of you? Yes, no. Somebody can send put message. Am I audible? Yes. Please check your mic, please. Thank you, everyone. Now I just want to see the activate document for that 4 documents. Like we have respondent number Mateo. He or she belongs to less than 30 and they are married. Army, their age is less than 30 and they got married. And survey number R34, survey number R68. So here I'm going to work with this particular data sets. Instead of handling hundreds of files, tens of files, 20s of files, this is one feature that is going to help me to work on it. It is not exactly related to mix method. It is the process of doing mixing method is going to help you. Now, let me close it. Deactivate. Come to the next part. What is the next part here? Next part is segment matrix. I hope you are there with me, everyone. Segment matrix. A segment matrix is a tool for examining how specific coded segment, like themes or categories, distribute across different cases or variable groups. Now, as a part of your data, we have a lot of data set with us. Let me open the data set here. Here I have themes. I just want to compare. Motivation is the theme here. The people belongs to the people those have children. What kind of motivation they have? The people those who don't have children. What kind of motivation level they have it? So if you want to compare by using certain attributes, I'm going to go with segment matrix. Let me open this window. Please go to mixing method. Please go to mixing method. There is a second option, segment matrix. Just click on it. The moment I click on the segment matrix, I got 2 options. One is segment matrix. In general, segment matrix only for focus groups. I want to do segment matrix. First one, just click on it. The moment I select it, I got the list of the variables. I got the list of the variables left hand, that is row wise, and I also got the column wise. Now here I'm selecting children's. I'm selecting the children. The children, those who don't have children, one category. I'm selecting again. I want to see that the people those have 3 children. I have selected 2 categories of the respondents. The respondents, those who don't have children. Second category, the respondent, those who have more than 2 children, like 3 children. Okay. So these are the 2 categories I've selected. Click on OK. Now I got one window, segment matrix window. Here, row wise, these are all qualitative themes. They're all the themes we got it. Like for example, under the code, under the theme, we have certain codes. Here we got the people those who have children and those who don't have children. 0 means they don't have children. 3 means they have 3 children. Now in this particular case, we are not getting any data. Let me go with one more code like family and children. Now please, this is the most important aspect. I'm looking at the code that is family and friends. The people, those who don't have children, what are their experiences? It is a difficult question. I would be happier. Sorry. Let me max this. It is a difficult question. I would be happier if my girlfriend and I could spend a little bit more time together. It is talking about the people, those who don't have children, about their family and friends point of view. And we have 54 documents, those who don't have children. And we have 6 documents who are having 3 children. And this coded segment means these are the experiences they have shared. You can see that one is quantitative, second one is a qualitative. The people, those who don't have children, what kind of experiences they have it. The people, those who have children, that is 3 children, what kind of children they have it. Now I can also compare. Right now we got only one column, 2 columns we got it. If you want to compare with one more, let me close this one. I'll go once again. This time I'll choose one more to differentiate the people, those who have 1 child. I'll go with one more. The people, those who have 2 children. Okay, let's see what kind of differences we'll get it. Now we can see that 1, we can see that no children's, 3 children's, 1 children, 2 children's. Let me go with the family and friends. The person, those who don't have children, they have different experience. The person who are having 1 child, we can able to see their experiences. Now, what I'm trying to say that I'm trying to integrate both quantitative and qualitative, right? So here we are taking the qualitative findings, connecting with the quantitative attributes. So this is what I'm going to analyze. I'm going to report as a part of my research work. I'm able to display codes with the hierarchy here. Like I can also see that this is the code hierarchy. Hierarchy means you can see that this is the theme, these are the codes. This is the theme, these are the codes. So one side we have quantitative data, on the other hand we have qualitative data. Your system, your MAXQDA can assist you up to this particular point. The rest, as a researcher, how best you can able to utilize this particular data that is brought it in a single place for you. Okay. I want to see the comments, if there are any comments. Like for example here, there are 34 memos. I can able to open it. It is interesting that when I ask about family, Matthew only talked about his girlfriend, even after the question was posted again. Other respondent interpreted this question more broadly, talked about nuclear and extended family. Why it's happening? Because Matthew is not having children. I can also see here display origin. Like I can see from where this file is coming. This particular segment is coming from Berlin, Matthew, and this is the line 17th paragraph. Similarly, this is coming from Selim, Berlin. So I can this is coming from Hamburg city. So I can able to look at it from where origin of the file. Display memos, I can able to see that. This is one way one can able to use it. The purpose of segment metrics is that we can able to prepare cross tabulation where we are going to have codes. Like one side we have codes, on the other hand we have themes. Okay, this is one type of analysis can be done. Let me close it. And if you want to export it, I can export it. I can able to put it in a document. Let me show you how it will come. Segment matrix. I'm saving it on desktop. Yes. I'll show you how it is going to give the best output. Now I can use this particular table raw data. I can able to analyze it. I got the entire interview transcript, which is not easy if you're having 10 interviews, 20 interviews, 50 interviews. Based on this, I can able to analyze the person who is the people those who don't have children, what not experiences. I can able to quantify as well as I can able to combine with the qualitative data analysis can be done with this work. Okay, this is one type of method. Next, after segment metrics, cross tabulation. Cross tab is not just a feature. We have done yesterday also cross tabulation, but it is cross tab especially for combining both quantitative and qualitative. We are going to bridge qualitative themes with the quantitative variables here. Like for example, if I want to see customer satisfaction scores, there are variables against product feedback. So product feedback I got in the terms of narrative, like I collected data from in terms of text, in terms of their narratives. So one time I have theme qualitative data that is row wise. On the column wise, I have variables, quantitative data I have it. So how we can prepare the cross tabulation with the help of MAXQDA. So we are going to design MAXQDA like this. Here we have qualitative themes. On the column wise, we are going to have quantitative variables. How we can able to visualize it? Please just open your MAXQDA. Come to the MAXQDA ribbon bar. There is an option called cross tabs. There is an option called cross tabs. Just click on it. The moment I click on the cross tabs, it is coming for individual files. It is also coming for the focus groups. Let me go with the cross tabs. I need to select the variables like here. I'm going to select the variable. You can choose as per choice. You can choose whatever variable that you like it. Employment status, I have selected. After selecting the employment status, what is the value? Like there are 6 categories of the employees in our data set, like full-time employees, part-time employees, self-employed, student, and I just want to see unemployed. As we are talking about the work-life balance, let's see full-time. Okay, full-time employee. I just want to compare with the one more employment status. Self-employed. I just want to know who is more satisfied. Okay, so I got the employment is one aspect. Within employment, full-time employee, self-employed, have taken it. Second one, let me take one more job, satisfaction job. I'm selecting one more variable. When I talk about satisfaction job, let me choose the person who is given high ranking. Okay. And let me choose once again the person who has given low ranking. So we can able to differentiate high level, low level in terms of their satisfaction. And if they're satisfied, they belongs to employment, full-time or self-employment. So this is roughly, I'm just coming with an example here. Just click on OK. After selecting the particular variable, just click on OK. Now here we got the cross tabulation. These are all the qualitative codes. What are we seeing the row wise? These are all qualitative codes. We got it. On the top of the ribbon bar, like on the columns, these are all variables, quantitative data. How to understand it? How to understand this particular data? Right now, it is presenting in the form of percentages. Okay. Now I can see that. Let me select first one variable. Employment status, full-time, self-employed. Let me select flexibility. I'm looking at this flexibility as a variable. Now, what I'm trying to understand here, the person who is full-time employee, what kind of flexibility they have as compared with the self-employed. I hope I'm able to make it sense. Flexibility as a working condition flexibility. Full-time employee, what kind of flexibility they have it as compared with the self-employed. Now, if you look at the difference between these two, the mean score, I can say the percentage score is high for the self-employed as compared with the full-time employee. So you can able to understand that the person who is self-employed, he is himself, he's the boss. Whereas when it comes to the full-time employee, he is working under someone. So in terms of flexibility wise, you can see the difference and you can compare it. I can able to understand it. Now I just want to understand these 2 points instead of simply looking at 8.4, 11.11. I just want to know what they said. I can able to, if it is only called quantitative data, I'm simply going to analyze as compared with the full-time employees, self-employees have more flexibility. Simple, one conclusion. But in addition to this conclusion, I just want to come up with some kind of interpretation, like some kind of supporting my findings. So I also collected quantitative data, like I'll show you display codes with hierarchy. Let me go with the data segment matrix. Now, full-time employee, self-employed. You can see here. Now, what is our topic here? Our topic is flexibility. Just select it. Just select it. The moment I select the flexibility, I got the qualitative findings. The person belongs to full-time employee. I wish I could make them more flexible. Unfortunately, these are sometimes arranged at very short notice. We don't exactly context, but we're trying to understand the experience here. It is so unpredictable sometimes. So I wish that this would be more flexible, that I could plan them better. Now, when it comes to the self-employed, it is very flexible. It is typically my English sessions are planned. There are regular sessions, but then there are also some vary. If there is something else that's happening in the meantime, then it's quite flexible. So as a flexible employee, I can able to manage my working conditions. I can able to satisfy here. Now the person who is satisfied, very satisfied, the things I do at work don't usually happen behind a desk. So wouldn't make sense if I had to check in and out at a certain time. So I need to be flexible to be successful. So the person who ranked 5, high level satisfaction, that is their experience. I hope I'm able to make it sense. Instead of simply talking about quantitative figures, to support my quantitative figures, I'm taking the narratives, I'm taking the qualitative finding support. I'm just going to report it. Now, if you want to report, like say, for example, this is a flexibility one. I just want to look at the child care point of view. The people, those are full-time employee, what kind of child care experiences they have it. The person who is self-employed, what kind of child care services they're doing. Just click on child care. I'm not sure how many of you practicing along with me. Just click on child care, and I got the experience. We divide that up a bit. My wife works in the administration and has 2 longer days a week. On Tuesday and Thursday, I try to be home a little earlier to be able to take care of the children. But on the other days, when she is at home earlier, she tries to do that accordingly. So we try to divide it up as fairly as possible. Okay. The people, those are full-time employees, what are their experiences? Now look at the satisfaction wise. Not much, to be honest. And maybe I would go back to the last question and say, if I could, you can see that we can also see a couple of other options. Work-life separation, lastly, before going to next one. Work-life separation. Very interesting, and maybe you can easily relate each one of us. When it comes to work life separation, we have 12 coded segments, like 12 interpretations we have it. Now I can take it. I can take in the form of Excel format. I can take in the form of Word document. I can also export it like Word document. I can able to make it easily. This is how cross tabulation is going to help you. Instead of simply talking about the figures, let me stop talking simply about the figures. I can able to analyze the data with the help of qualitative findings. So that is the best part of the cross tabulation. Just let me close it. So instead of presenting these particular figures, if you click on the right top left side of the figure, you'll get the data segments and you can add it. Okay. So this is what the cross tabulation. Let's go to the next part. See here, you can see what we have done so far. Instead of simply talking about particular figure, the moment I double click on it, or I can go to the data segment, I'll get why some people are happy, why some people are not happy. Based on those are children, those who don't have children. Based on those are employed, full-time employed, part-time employed, right? So you get some kind of quote marks which can be supportive to your quantitative findings. Next one we have this typology table. A common analytical challenge is determining if a specific demographic factor truly impacts the individual's outlook. We begin with a hypothesis. Does having children significantly impacts an employee's satisfaction with working flexibility? Right now we have done with for the sake of cross tabulation. Now we are going to do for the typology table. Does having children significantly impact on employee satisfaction with work flexibility and overall well-being? There are two variables. To answer this, we cannot rely on guesswork. We need to correlate categorical data, that is parental status, with metric data, like satisfaction score 1, and we have categorical data. Those are children, those who don't have children. This is a domain of MAXQDA typology table. Please open your software. So we are going to compare between parents, those who have children, those who don't have children, or maybe full-time, part-time. That's way. Okay. Please come to the MAXQDA software. Just click on typology table. Just click on typology table. Now here, there are so many variables we have it. In this particular data set, we have so many variables we have it. Okay. I just want to see a couple of variables like number of children, working hours, employment status, full-time and self-employed. Then I think this is much is enough. Continue. You can see that I have selected a couple of variables. I'll reset it. I want to see the children's, those are children's. Here I have values. Those who don't have children, one category. I'll select one more category. Those have one child. So I can see that those are children, those who don't have children. I have two categories. Okay. Then just click on OK. Now I got one window, typology table. Look at column wise. Column wise, we have one variable, that is children. Those who have children, those who don't have children. Like 0 means they don't have children. 1 means they have children. Now age, the people, those who don't have children, average age is 30.6. Whereas when it comes to the people, those who have children, their average age is 40.3. Okay. Now civil status, like partnership, are married. There are 14 people. They got married, but they don't have children. There are people, those who got married, they have one child with 17 people. Now you can able to see that employment status. There are a number of variables that are selected. Now, there are a couple of options that are available for us. I want to see highest and lowest values in this particular data. like here, highest, lowest values for row wise, highest and lowest values. Just click on it. In this particular row, highest and lowest, you can see that here, lowest, this is lowest, this is lowest, this is lowest here. And you can see here again, this is lowest. I can able to decide. I want to show only lowest figures, mean score. Now here I want to show highest to highest values. These are the highest values. No? One is meant for showing the highest. I can able to differentiate it. Now let me show you what exactly it is. Now here I have selected what exactly it is indicating here. As compared with the respondents, the participants, those have children's. Their average age is 40.3, 40 years. The people, those who don't have children, their average age is 30.6. Okay, it means the people, those who have children, their average height is high as compared with the people, those who don't have children. 30%. Okay. Civil status. So I can able to compare each category wise. I just want to know having children is associated with well-being. Having children is associated with job satisfaction. Like for example here, satisfaction job mean. The person who is having children, their satisfaction score is less than the people, those who don't have children. Please look at my screen here. If I'm looking at job satisfaction, the people, those who have children, their job satisfaction score is 3.2. The people, those who don't have children, their job satisfaction score is 3.4. Similarly, satisfaction relationship. The people, those who don't have children, their satisfaction score is satisfaction relationship is very high as compared with the people, those who have children. And look at the overall well-being. The people, those who have children, their well-being is less as compared with the people, those who don't have children. So this is one type of analysis one can do with the help of work. Okay, let me close it. I can also export it, this particular data. Let me go to the next part. Side-by-side display. This is one thing. See, similarity analysis. What is similarity analysis of the document? As a part of your data collection, as a part of your research report, you have a lot of files. Similarity analysis identifies and compares similarities between different documents. Like I have interviews, I have focus group discussions. Within interviews, I have 5 interviews or 10 interviews, like Berlin City interviews, Hamburg City interviews. This tool is essential when exploring which documents are most similar in terms of themes. Now, as a researcher, as a part of stage number 3 of thematic analysis, we have generated certain themes after completing the course. I just want to know whether this particular 2 files, like for example here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 interviews. I have done entire coding, I have done entire themes. I just want to understand whether after completing themes and codes, how these 2 files are close together in terms of the codes, in terms of their experiences. Okay. If you have multiple interviews, transcripts, this particular tool is going to isolate, is going to make it separate the documents which are looks very close to each other. Okay. Based on the patterns, based on the code patterns, based on themes patterns that you have done it. Okay. So it is going to help us to identify the patterns. Like we are going to identify what are the common themes emerged from these 2 individual files. Okay. I can also explore in terms of particular demographic files, how this particular 2 documents are closely connected. I can also cluster, like for example, age-wise, gender-wise, having children, not having children-wise. I can able to cluster all the 10 documents into particular groups. I can also integrate both qualitative and quantitative aspects with the coded data. Let's see how we can perform this particular similarity analysis. Come to the mixing method, ribbon bar. There is an option called similarity analysis for documents. Just click on it. Now you can see that I got the list of the documents. First and foremost thing what you have to do is I need to activate the files. If you want to activate the files, next to the file, you can able to see there is a ribbon bar. There is a small dot. You can able to see there is a small circle. If you click on it, this profile will be activated. Before performing similarity analysis for documents, I need to activate certain documents because I want to see how these particular documents are connected. Okay, so for that, I need to activate the documents. I'm also going to activate codes, certain themes as well. I'm going to activate codes, themes as well. So I selected 5 documents. I selected certain codes and themes. I just want to know all the codes and themes are coming from these files. If yes, which file is more close to each other? That is the purpose of my work. Okay. Come to the similarity analysis. After coming to similarity analysis, just click on new similarity. This is what I have done earlier before coming. There is a plus button top left side. Just click on that particular plus button. Now you're asking what do you want to import here? I want to import what are the activities what are the codes that I have activated. Just click on insert activated codes. These are the activated codes. These are the codes that I have activated. Right. Now, after selecting the particular files here, simple matching. What is simple matching here? Simple matching is actually binary. It is like yes, no, whether this particular code existed or not. Whereas when it comes to, that is what we are seeing, whether this particular code existed or not. Just click on OK. I have selected 5 interviews. Please look at here. I have selected 5 interviews. And I have selected particular codes. Now, how to read this? How to read this particular figure? Now, what you're seeing here right now, the number of documents that shared same variable, same codes. Here I'm able to see the 1. Mateo to Mateo is 1, but Mateo to Slim 0.8. If you want to get a better understanding of this particular table, let's try to look at this particular slide here. Document shared number of selected codes. If it is 5.6 means you can able to see that they are overlapping. If they are close to 1, documents are completely they are able to match each other in terms of the codes, in terms of the themes that we have done. Mateo compared with Mateo is always 1, but Mateo versus Relay might be 0.6, indicating partial overlap. Here it is close to 1. It means almost you can see that Mateo and Selim, the themes and the codes that you have generated, they are almost close to 1. We can able to see that they are closely connected in terms of themes, in terms of the experiences here. Selim and Mateo is the same, 8.5, 8.5. Relay and Mateo, 0.77. I can able to see almost every value is above 0.77. It means the kind of codes we got it, every respondent have similar kind of, same kind of codes. I'm not talking same kind of experiences. They express their views with reference to the kind of codes, the kind of themes that are selected. What are the themes that are selected? These are the themes that are selected, like daily activities, typical workday, friends and family, education related, right? These are some of the variables that you have selected. And you're trying to compare between the documents. How closely, what are the patterns between one document to another document. That is nothing but similarity analysis for documents. Let me close it. If there is a dark green means highest correlation. If it is a low green means low correlation. Means if the high correlation means there is a significant relationship between both the documents. You can able to see that they are highly connected. Okay. Next one, side-by-side display. Another most important mixed method data analysis. Side-by-side data analysis. This particular tool allows researchers to compare and contrast data and results from different sources or groups in a structured and parallel format. So we are going to display side by side. We are going to keep the documents and we'll see how they are compared together, how contrast they are together. We are going to look at the help of the mixed method data analysis. Go to the mixed method. There is an option called side by side display. The moment I click on the side by side display, it is asking whether you want to see summary wise or you want to see coded segment wise. I just want to go with the coded segment. Now I need to select certain themes. I'm going to select family and friends, child care, flexibility. Okay, I have selected 3 themes or 3 codes here. And side by side, I'm going to keep 2 different respondents. Like let me keep Riley and Matthew. So I have selected 3 variables. I just want to compare friends and family, childcare, flexibility with these 3 documents, like interview of the Relay, interview of the Matthew. Okay. I just want to keep their experiences side by side with a list of the quantitative variables. I want to see the qualitative themes. Click on OK. Now I got the list of the variables. You can look at the data. I'm looking at right now family and friends and family here. And really, of course, it would be nice if it was more. Yes, but there are nothing you can do about it. So the friends and family, with reference to friends and family, what they're talking about it, and how these experiences are different from the Matthew point of view. When I want to look at from the childcare point of view, they didn't discuss anything about it. Let me look at from flexibility. Who is having more flexibility? And I can able to analyze my data. I can able to differentiate as compared with Matey, radio is having less flexibility or not. So if you want, I can also take more number of variables. I can able to come up side by side analysis. One side I will take the quantitative findings, variables. On the other hand, I'll take supporting qualitative analysis, narratives. I can see this data segments, display coded segments. I can able to display. If I don't want, I can do that. If I want to see memos, comments, I can able to see that. Display memos. These are the memos I can see. Okay. Then if I want to increase number of columns, I can take more number of respondents. Let's take for example, this time, side by side, I'll take, because in childcare we don't have any responses. Typical workday, I'll select one. Education, let me choose here. Free time and self-care. I can able to select only 2 documents at a time, but number of themes I can select as many themes as possible. Okay. Amount of hours. Now, just click on OK now. Maximize it. Amount of hours I can able to see here. So this is one kind of side-by-side analysis. Basically, you're trying to understand how each group, how each respondent connected with specific theme, like Rayleigh with Mateo. I'm just comparing their experiences with reference to particular variables, particular themes that have it. Okay. For example, if you have comparative group, like treatment group, experimental group, imagine that you have as a part of quantitative. If you have treatment group and comparative group, and I just want to know with specific variable wise whether treatment group is having best intervention results or control group have good results. So I can able to compare with this side-by-side analysis. I can able to carry out. Okay. Please come to the next part of it. From last to second, third one, qualitative themes by quantitative groups. Qualitative themes by quantitative groups, bridging the divide, analyzing qualitative themes by quantitative groups. So another important one, how it is going to be beneficial. This tool helps compare qualitative themes like motivation, engagement across different age groups, right? Or across different people, those who have children, those who don't have children. I can able to explore it with a reference to a specific theme. Maybe I can also come out quantifying the figures. I can also visualize findings. Like for example, family and friends, the people, those who have children, those who don't have children, I'm going to be able to come up with. Does parenthood change social dynamics? So I just want to understand whether parenthood has any kind of impact on the social dynamics point of view. Let's see. Just come to the MAXQDA. Just click on qualitative themes by quantitative groups by coded segments. Now I'm going to select a couple of themes like I can select. Healthcare, we have anything? How many we have? 14. Let me choose family, friends and family. I'm choosing. Okay. Now coming to the group, which group you want to see? Friends and family wise, like we have so many variables we have it. Like for example, I want to see friends and family with reference to civil status. When it comes to civil status, the people those who have got married, what kind of friends and what kind of family life they have it. The people those are divorced or separated, what kind of family life friends they have it. And the people those are single, what is their family life and friends. And last one, I just want to know the people those are widowed, what kind of friends and family life they have it. So you can see that number. This is 55 coded segments we have it, like 55 response data segments we have. Here 15 we have, here 39 we have 5 here. I just want to understand how it is going to be helpful for us. Okay, just click on OK. Just click on OK. Now here you can see that we have 4 types of respondents, like married, divorced, single, and widow. Okay, there are 5 documents, but we don't have any kind of response with reference to family and friends from the people those are widowed. So one thing is very clear. Okay, they didn't discuss much about their family, their lifestyle. Now the people those who have married, what kind of lifestyle, what kind of friends they have it. Okay, so I can able to compare between this is a one side I'm using qualitative data. I'm comparing with based on the status, civil status. Okay, so this is possible for us to look at the any variable that you can choose. Let me choose one more variable. Qualitative themes by quantitative. This time, I'll go with the age group wise. When it comes to age group, we have the different numbers. Let me go with the children's. Those who don't have children's, those have one child, those have 2 children's, those have 3 children's. 55, 26, we have. Okay, just gone okay. See the experiences. family and friends lifestyle of the people, those who don't have friends, how they're spending, what is the quality of life they have it, what is work style they have it. You can also take as many variables as possible. Okay. You can take good number of variables simultaneously, and you can come up good data analysis as a part of your mixed method. How you can able to analyze qualitative with the quantitative. You can able to integrate qualitative themes with the quantitative groups. Let's come to the next one. Qualitative themes with quantitative group summaries, not coded segment. Summaries means you have got already summaries and you want to compare that. Just go here and this time I'm selecting education, flexibility. Here I'm choosing employment status. I'm choosing employment status is one option we have. Others are quantitative data, we have it. Let me choose employment status, where we have good groups like full-time, like we have part-time, we have self-employed, we have student. I just want to compare between education as well as flexibility of these two variables, these two qualitative themes with this particular quantitative variable. Click on OK. Education wise, we don't have any response here. Come to the flexibility. We don't have any responses for it. We don't have summaries here. So this is what for today.